This is on my new tablet support for the tripod. It feels really precarious because I haven't taken the cover off my tablet. I've managed to get it on there. It's really, the cover on my tablet is really tight, and I tried to get it off and I can't. And I can't imagine wanting to take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on. But actually managed to get it on there, and I just hope it doesn't fall off. We've just come back from town. It is freezing, really, really cold. Had to queue outside the pharmacy and just got colder and colder. I think it's going to be colder tomorrow, but I think we're going to have some sun tomorrow, so we might do a bit of a walk up the hamlet. No more news of mother-in-law overnight. Today is the shortest day, which is good, which means that I think nothing changes for a day or two, and then by the beginning of January we've gained 4 minutes of daylight. Yeah, I ordered last night. I ordered some FFP3 masks, which are the highest level of filtration that you can get masks. They weren't cheap, but I'm really quite worried now about Omicron. A family member has caught COVID. Obviously she won't know yet whether it's Omicron, but she's got comorbidities and she doesn't really do a lot, doesn't go anywhere, doesn't do anything, and had one change to her routine last week for a medical examination, and now she has COVID. So, and the transmissibility of Omicron is really, really high. So I find that quite worrying. And standing this morning at the checkout in the supermarket, where I'd gone to look for fat balls for the birds and couldn't find any, so bought some Brussels and carrots instead for later on in the week. I felt really quite paranoid about the guy behind me who wasn't really social distancing. That happens a lot now. I think people are so wrapped up in what's going on in their head, what they've got to do, their plans, their shopping list, their plans for the day, that they forget, and they end up standing sort of practically on top of you. And I did have a go at somebody some time back in the supermarket for being too close. I didn't do that today, but I'll be pleased when I've got a better mask. It won't feel quite so precarious. I don't think we have plans to go anywhere now till Christmas Eve, and we still haven't heard whether the things have changed in France. If they have, we may not go. It's quite spread out there. We weren't close to anybody when we were there a few years back, so it won't be crowded. It's in a big, I suppose it is a barn, but it's beautifully decorated hotel, and a beautiful big room. I try and do a little bit of a vlog from there if we do go Christmas Eve. So yeah, we were really spread out in there. There weren't many people there. I think, Christmas Eve here is a family occasion, and if all the family, big families get together, families around the table. We went to our neighbours next door some years back, and there were cousins and mothers and fathers and aunts and uncles, and there was a large gathering, and so that's the norm. So I think people that are out eating on Christmas Eve probably don't have families here, or just don't do that, and we'll see. Yeah, so that's it really. It's cold. It's not that warm indoors actually, but it will warm up because Mark's put his fire on now. The temperature in our upstairs bathroom, I put a thermometer up there. The temperature when I went in there last night to have a shower was 9 degrees centigrade. And we've got a warm air blower up there. So I turned that on whilst I had some stuff to do in the bedroom. And I think by the time I'd had my shower and came out, the temperature had risen by 3 degrees. So it was 12 degrees centigrade. Lucky me. I don't really notice it too much. It's not. It's like, because you know that you're going to get dry and you're going to move on to somewhere warmer. Our bedroom's not heated by any form of heating, but the chimney from the wood fire goes up through the bedroom, and our bedroom is over this room, so the heat from the fire gets through, and it's quite warm, and sometimes warm enough that I have to open a window up there, so that there's no heating in there specifically, but it's warm enough. So it doesn't really bother me too much being in a really cold room, knowing I'm going to move into a warm room. And as I said before, I think it is better for your health to move into different temperatures rather than be constantly cocooned in a constant temperature of whatever temperature you have your house at. I'm quite pleased that we don't have central heating, really. I don't know whether that will ever change, but I'm quite pleased that we don't. The central heating here never really worked very well, and I never really got warm. I never felt warm. This is a massive room. It's a really big room, and there are 2 radiators, one under the window behind me and one on the wall in front of me, just to the side of some French doors. The radiator on the wall behind me never worked. So I never felt warm in this room without when we didn't have the wood burner. There was an open fire in the chimney when we came, and we used that for I think a couple of years alongside the central heating. And the thing about open fires is that you lose so much of your heat up a chimney that it's really inefficient. The wood burner we have is very efficient and gets very hot, radiates loads of heat. So you do feel that when you do get warm in here, it is very warm and can be very comfortable. But yeah, the central heating was never enough, never felt enough in here. And in the end bedroom at the other end of the property, next to the bathroom, that's 9 degrees. The bedroom there would have been 9 degrees as well, because they're both sort of back to back with each other. And I remember moving from there and thinking, oh my God, why didn't we do this before? The other room, the room we're in now, had been a guest room for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, because it was sort of quite cute and pretty and homely and whatever, and we'd got the view down the valley, but actually moving into the bedroom this end was unbelievable. It was like, oh, this is so cozy. We felt so warm after being so cold. So, shortest day. I'm drinking my second coffee in my I Need Therapy mug. Don't know how to make these videos so that it's not all back to front. I'm not really sure how you can do that. I noticed that some of my vlogs from out in the garden, and they weren't on the tablet, they were on the phone. Sometimes everything would, it had been reversed. So things that normally would have been on my left were over here on my right. And then other times they weren't. And I don't understand that. I don't know how to rectify that. I'm sure somebody will tell me. Maybe Philip will tell me. But he hasn't got time to look at my vlogs, so he probably won't. So, there. Okay. So, thanks for watching, and see you again.